Oh, Spirit, you came in with a full blueprint today. I need you to understand something before we go any further into this reading. Because what came through when I sat down to open this energy for Virgo was not a single thread or a single theme or a single area of your life being illuminated. What came through was comprehensive, complete. Like the universe pulled up the full plan, laid it out in front of me, and said, tell them everything. Career, relationships, finances, all three at the same time with a specificity and a clarity that I want to make sure reaches you in its entirety. Because the universe has a plan for you, and it is bigger than what you have been allowing yourself to imagine, more detailed than what your current circumstances would suggest is possible, and more imminent than the current pace of things would indicate. Stay with me, Virgo, because this reading is going to cover ground that matters deeply to where you are going, and I want every piece of it to land. Let me begin by speaking to the overall quality of what Spirit is showing me for Virgo right now before we go into the specific areas, because the big picture matters as much as the details, and I want you to have it before anything else. What I am feeling is a season of return, not return in the sense of going backward to something that already existed, return in the sense of what has been invested coming back, of energy and effort and patience and faithfulness that has been going out for a period of time, now beginning to flow back, of a ledger that has been out of balance for a while, more going out than coming in, finally correcting itself in ways that are going to be visible and tangible and undeniable. This is the season where the universe settles its accounts with you, where everything that was owed begins to arrive, not all at once necessarily, though for some of you the concentration of what is coming will make it feel like all at once, but in a sustained, progressive, one thing leading to another way that builds momentum as it unfolds, and that carries you from where you currently are to somewhere significantly better. And the plan behind all of this, the specific, detailed, your name is on it plan that the universe has been building toward, is now in its final stages of preparation before it begins its visible expression in your actual life. Let me move into the career dimension first, because I feel it is the most immediately active thread, and Spirit wants to address it with some urgency. Oh, and this is specific. Let me slow down and receive this properly. I am seeing recognition, not the vague someone noticed me kind, the specific this changes things kind of recognition. A person or a group of people in your professional world or adjacent to your professional world has formed a very clear assessment of what you bring, not based on what you have told them about yourself, based on what they have directly witnessed, the actual quality of your work, the specific way you navigate complexity, the standard you hold without compromise, even when holding it costs you something. That assessment has reached a point of conclusion, and the conclusion is favorable in a way that is going to produce a specific action, an offer, an opportunity, a door opening that represents not just a step forward, but a step change. The difference between these two things is significant, and I want you to hold it. A step forward is more of the same trajectory. A step change is entry into a different level entirely, a different category of what is available to you professionally. The step change is what is coming. For some of you, this arrives through a conversation that is being prepared by someone who has been observing you and who has decided that bringing you closer into their world is something they want to do. For others, it arrives through something you initiated previously, an application, a proposal, a creative submission that is now receiving a response that exceeds what you allowed yourself to expect when you sent it. And for some of you, it arrives through an unexpected channel entirely. Someone or something appearing in your professional landscape that you were not tracking, offering something that fits the specific shape of what you have been needing with a precision that does not feel accidental. However it arrives, the quality of it is a promotion in the broadest sense of that word, an elevation, a moving into a position, a role, a level of professional life that more accurately reflects what you are actually capable of than where you have been operating. Spirit is also showing me something very specific about money in the context of this professional shift, and I want to make sure it reaches you. The compensation is going to change, not modestly, in a way that addresses the gap that has existed between what you have been earning and what your contribution has actually been worth. This gap has been real and you have felt it. The specific grinding awareness of giving at a high level and receiving back at a level that does not match the giving, that imbalance is being corrected. The universe does not permanently sustain situations where what someone contributes significantly exceeds what they receive for that contribution. The correction comes. And for you, it is coming now through this professional shift in the form of compensation that finally feels proportional to what you bring. Let yourself receive that without the Virgo tendency to immediately second guess whether you deserve it. You deserve it. The evidence for that is in the quality of what you have been doing consistently, even when the environment was not matching it. Does any of this feel like it is connecting to something that has been building in your professional world, Virgo? Have you felt something approaching, some sense of movement or attention or possibility that you have not yet been able to fully identify? Let me know in the comments. I want to know how this is resonating with your actual experience. Now let me move into the relationship dimension, because Spirit is equally specific here and I want to give it the full attention it deserves. What I am feeling in the relationship thread of your life right now is a convergence of something that has been developing on multiple fronts, perhaps in ways that you have not been tracking as part of the same larger movement, coming together into something that is going to become clear in a way it has not been clear before. There is a person, or the emergence of a person, someone whose energy is either already present in your life and is about to step into a new expression of that presence, or someone who is approaching your life from a direction you have not yet identified. And what Spirit is showing me about this person and about the connection that exists or is developing between you is that it has the quality of genuine alignment. I want to be specific about what I mean by genuine alignment because it is the essential quality and it matters enormously. Genuine alignment is not just attraction, not just chemistry, not just the feeling of being drawn to someone in a way that is powerful but that does not necessarily have substance beneath the surface. Genuine alignment is when two people are not just drawn to each other, but are actually moving in the same direction, have compatible values at the level where values actually matter, want similar things from their lives and from a connection with another person, are at similar stages in their own growth and their own readiness for something real. What is approaching you in the relationship dimension has this quality. The alignment is genuine. And because it is genuine, it has the potential to become something lasting rather than something intense that burns out when the initial charge fades. For some of you, this is the deepening of something that already exists. A connection that has been in a preliminary stage, that has had something real in it, but that has not yet fully stepped into what it could be, is now moving into that fuller expression. The hesitation or the ambiguity or the unspoken quality that has kept it from being fully itself is resolving. Something is being named, acknowledged, brought into the open in a way that allows the connection to stand on real ground rather than on the comfortable ambiguity of the undefined. For others, this is genuinely new. Someone arriving in your life who fits the specific shape of what you have been growing into. Who meets you at the level you actually operate at rather than at the level you present when you are managing yourself for comfort? Who sees the real you and responds to the real you with the specific, genuine, I see exactly what this is kind of appreciation that you have been waiting for without always fully admitting you were waiting. I want to speak to something about your readiness for this because Spirit is being specific about it, and I think it matters. You are more ready than you have been giving yourself credit for. The work you have done on yourself, the understanding you have developed about what you actually want and what you will and will not accept, the specific clarity about your own worth that has been developing through everything you have walked through has brought you to a level of readiness for genuine connection that you have not previously been at. And readiness matters because genuine alignment cannot fully land in someone who is not ready to receive it, who is still operating from the previous versions of their understanding of what love looks like and what they deserve in it, who has not yet completed the internal work that allows real connection to be received without immediately being filtered through old patterns. You have done that work, maybe without fully tracking it as something significant, maybe through processes that were painful enough that seeing them as preparation rather than simply difficulty was not always available to you in the middle of them. But the preparation is complete. And the alignment that is approaching is arriving for the person you have become through that preparation. Inhale with me, Virgo. Let me now speak to the financial dimension specifically, because it is its own thread and it deserves its own full attention beyond what was touched in the career section. I am seeing a clearing of something financial that has been creating pressure or limitation or the specific low level, everywhere you look, weight of a financial situation that has not been as free as you need it to be to fully live your life. This clearing is coming through multiple channels simultaneously. The professional shift I described contributes to it, but there are additional threads. Something that has been owed is being paid. Something that has been delayed is arriving. Something that has been blocked is opening. A resource becomes accessible that was not accessible before. Spirit is showing me that the financial landscape of your life in the near term looks significantly different from the financial landscape of your life right now. Not marginally different, significantly, in a way that removes something from your daily experience that has been there long enough to have become simply the way things are. The way things are is changing. I want to speak to what the financial clearing actually makes possible beyond the obvious relief of having more resources available, because I think the downstream effects matter as much as the immediate experience of the shift. Freedom of choice, the specific, profound, fundamentally changing quality of being able to make decisions from the position of what you actually want rather than what you can afford, of not having financial constraint as the primary filter through which options are evaluated, of being able to say yes to things because they are right for your life rather than no because the money does not support them. This freedom, when it arrives, is going to feel different from simply having more money. It is going to feel like a different relationship with your own future, like the specific expansion of what feels possible that occurs when scarcity is no longer the background condition under which you are operating. And from that expansion, choices become available that were not previously available. Choices about how you spend your time, about what you invest in, about what you build, about the kind of life you actually construct rather than the kind of life that the limitations of your current circumstances allow you to construct. The universe's plan for your finances is not just abundance in the abstract, it is freedom in the specific, the removal of constraint and the arrival of genuine choice. I want to speak now to the way these three threads, career, relationships, finances, are connected in the universe's plan. Because they are not separate. They are part of the same larger movement, and understanding their interconnection helps you understand the magnitude of what is unfolding. When the career shifts, the finances shift. When the finances shift, the pressure that has been coloring your daily experience of everything, including relationships, reduces. When that pressure reduces, you show up differently in your connections, more fully yourself, more genuinely present, less distracted by the background noise of unresolved professional and financial concerns, more available for the kind of real, genuine, aligned connection that the relationship thread of this reading describes. And when the relationship deepens or arrives, something happens to the career and the financial threads in return. Because being genuinely supported and genuinely seen and genuinely loved at the level that the relational alignment I described provides creates a foundation for everything else. A stability at the center of your life that makes every other area of it more productive, more creative, more fully expressed. Each thread feeds the others, and the universe is pulling all of them at once, deliberately, because the plan is comprehensive, because partial improvement is not what is being assembled here. Because what God has been preparing for you is not a better version of what you have been living. It is something categorically different. As I bring this reading toward its close, I want to leave you with the full picture of what Spirit wants you to carry from everything that came through today. The universe has a plan for you. It is specific to you. It addresses the specific gaps, the specific needs, the specific places where your life has not yet matched the full scope of who you are and what you deserve. It is in its final stages of preparation before visible expression begins. The career elevation is real and it is close. The relationship alignment is real and it is either arriving or deepening into something that will finally feel like what genuine connection actually looks like. The financial clearing is real and it removes something that has been limiting the full expression of your life for long enough. All of it is coming together, not in the vague someday way, in the specific already in motion, the next steps are being arranged way that has the quality of imminent rather than eventual. Your job in all of this is to stay open, to stay grounded in who you are and what you deserve, to stay present enough in your actual life to recognize what is arriving when it arrives rather than being so focused on what you are waiting for that you miss the first signs of its appearance. The universe is not working against you, Virgo. The universe has been working on your behalf the entire time, assembling what you need in the form you actually need it for the version of you that you have actually become through everything you have walked through. And The delivery is beginning. Watch for it. Receive it. Let it be what it is. It is everything. If this reading resonated with you today, please share it with a Virgo who needs to feel this energy right now. And leave me a comment below. Tell me which of the three areas, career, relationships, finances, you feel the movement most strongly in right now. Tell me what you are watching for. Tell me how it feels to see the full plan laid out. I read every single word you share. Every story matters to me deeply, and I carry your energy with genuine care long after this video ends. Until next time, Virgo, the universe has a plan. It has your name on it, and it is already in motion.